Let's try not to die. You and your fellow exiles arrived at the sacred site called Glade of Lu, and now look to the stars in the sky to signal the beginning of the next rite. The woods about you bring a sense of tranquility you've not felt in some time, but then you notice one of the trees move. It shuffles towards you and regards you with exaggerated bow.
Sacre más spectacular!
Well, goodness, by the roots of Luz Glorian? Fathomed every thought. They really like the word fathom in this. Maybe I'm just noticing it because I'm a dork. It would appear the rumors are correct. The Nightwings have returned. Oh, but where are my manners? One moment. Sap claws at his mask with his wispy fingers. Much better. H. Manley Tinderstoff. At your service. Perhaps you've heard of me. My fellows and myself, you perhaps know us as the Chastity. We soon shall stand against you in the rites. For now I'm just whiling away the time, making small talk. Bent on exploiting the rites to gain status. Now then, as I've introduced myself, your turns. Who am I speaking? Then in your mind's eye, you see Volfred and hear his voice. Manley Tinderstoff is not to be trusted. Reveal neither yourselves to him nor me. Well? Beneath her mask, Jodryle stares back at him in silence. You suspect Volfred's message may have reached every member of the group. Oh, I know, how very rude indeed. But fine, ignore me. But do so at your own peril. Anyhow, once this evening's rite commences, any moment now, then I'm afraid ignoring me won't be an option any longer. Oh, and I do believe the sky is beginning to show. We'll have to chat again some other time. Now come along, come along. Manley bows again and wanders off into the clearing as the stars begin to burn.
Once again, the stars align themselves before you, reader. And here now, at the Glade of Liu, I have to say, you've come so very far. But there are those, such as your adversaries called the Chastity, who have toiled for this too. They know that with their freedom comes great opportunity. It could be yours instead. Please show the Chastity that the Nightwings are superior.
Oh, I wondered, honored Nightwings, how well you know these woods. Why, these woods would strangle you, and I'm afraid I could do little to stop them, even if I tried. You might do better to beware of them. And Jodryle continues to ignore him and grows upset. Why, you insolent and fine, let us begin the dance indeed. He ships his mask back on in a huff. And allow me to thank you in advance for helping me return to my proper station in the Commonwealth. Oh, interesting.
The rite shall begin forthwith.
Forthwith? What do I want? Oh, cool. I didn't actually know I could look at the other team. I should have expected that. So we got a tree, and we have a nomad, and we have a harpy. Okay. Puppies. Nobody's really jumping at the bit here. I can use one of these guys to increase their stuff.
Your decision,
I know.
Sir Gilman.
So military.
Joe Dariel.
Glorious. And I want to bring the puppy, but let's go with Shay.
Shay,
Seriously.
the choice is cast.
I don't think that I like that Manley very much because he keeps saying that we're rude, but I think we're nice. I'm gonna just assume she's a hipster.
Arrestate.
Are you quite ready, finally, O Nightwings? May all those masks of yours ensure no harm should come to any of your lovely countenances. Now come along, let's give the stars a show. I have no idea what to expect here, other than a dynamic. May I present to you Humboldt Manley Jr. Why, he's every bit my equal and is poised to guarantee the Tinderstaff line shall have a bright, bright future. I don't see the resemblance. He goes on and on about a sapling for a while. This knight does not know about your good Jodryle, but he is quite finished listening to that sap's idle blather. I could not agree more. Now, isn't he just the most precious thing you've ever seen? The sapling is nothing but an extension of Manley. If he is banished, the sapling should cease to trouble you as well.
Manley and his offspring hold no small degree of influence within the Commonwealth, Reader. There are many who would welcome his return, though none so a favorable start.
Oh ho ho, what is this? The influence themselves are closing in upon our little soiree. Oh, do be careful now, these grasping roots and vines. They may not hold you in such high esteem as I, but they will hold you. Oh, damn.
Your adversary Manley is comfortable in this suffocating glade. Yet he longs now for the comfort of his Commonwealth estate. Perhaps such wealth ought to be reserved instead for you. All banished.
Oh, shoot. Circle in. Uh-oh.
How very fortunate.
Oh, right into the aura. Oops.
Wherever did the Nightwings go?
I don't know. Perhaps they went on vacation.
Such a display. Perhaps you are unworthy. Headlong goes Sir Gilman into flame.
Oh dear, the woods are closing in, uncomfortably close at that. Whatever shall we do? Perhaps if you stand aside a while, I could put an end to this as much the sooner.
Now go! Magnificent.
Say, have any of you noticed how it's feeling rather crowded out here, Almost as if the 100 Mines himself isn't to be here. Yes, I rather think that's it. Fathomed every thought. So cease with all your scurrying about with the damned orb and let me handle this. I shall scurry all I want, sir.
Sublime.
Sublime. All right, you Nightwings, I've had it up to here with you, or perhaps I've simply had it up to here with all these encroaching plants, these miserable things. Either way, I don't appreciate how you're ignoring me.
Your pyre weakens. Fine. Sir Gilman plunges into the fire.
I think we could...
Now go on, just once more.
I'm waiting. I'm waiting, sir.
a mere
close.
attempt. Poor Jodariel. Simply abhorrent.
Well, you know, you should just run into it.
The flame is stricken.
That was unfortunate.
And it is done. The Nightwings prevail again. A perfectly agreeable performance overall.
Why, thank you.
Thus end this night's proceedings.
Good, that imbecile of a sap. So much talk and hot air. I knew we could prevail, though Mr. Tinderstoff there. I think you're really upset now. Well, my. Don't worry, not Nightwings. I'm not angry with you, honestly. But I am very, 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 very disappointed. I thought perhaps that we had something going here between us. You scratch my back, I scratch yours and all. Instead, however, you decide to spit in my face. Fine. We'll have to see where all your rudeness gets you, not ta-ta.
Always is there greater knowledge to be gained.
Everybody's gonna be mad at us. Yay,
The
Shay.
moon-touched girl has greater understanding
It's so
than it
inspiring. Now I
seems.
feel that I've grown somehow closer to the lady.
Desperate for honor, this Sir
Great
Gilliman
wisdom
may yet
clouds over this
learn
knight's
something.
entire consciousness. Cool. Nice.
The might of the sea sojourner. Until the next round.
Good, well done, my girl. I'm beginning to see why your companions vouched for you. Don't let it go to your head, of course. After vanquishing the chastity in a convincing manner, you return to your wagon to consider your next move. Inadequate performance back there. Adequate? Yes, adequate. For the next part of our plan, go have your reader there consult the stars. See where they take you next. I'll give you a hint. It's further north. It's going to be high up. Did this knight hear you say high up? And it's going to be cold. We'll see. Come on, my friend. Let's have a look outside then. That plan Volfred mentioned, I just want you to know, I don't know what he means. We're here because we're going to be free again. We won't be living our days as exiles. That's the only plan as far as I'm concerned. But there's always a catch, right? We'll see what Volfred has to say. Anyway, I'll leave you to it. No matter what, we're getting closer thanks to you. Alright. Ooh, that's really shiny. So now you see it for yourself. You are summoned to the north where looms Mount Alodiel, and at the top, Fall of Solium. You confirm the stars indicated this exactly. Volfred, sir, how did you know? Volfred smiles back at him, but you sense his thoughts as though he's directing them at you.
I too can read, my girl. Forbidden though the words may be.
I don't have to read for this. He turns back to Hedwyn. Your reader's skills, while rare, are not unique, but as I said, I'll let her do the job. I see that you have something special going here, which benefits the plan. I love how he's like almost steepling his fingers too. He's just this kind of like sinister side figure. What plan? I thought this was about freedom. Oh, fear not, my boy. It is indeed. Plenty of time to tell you all about it on the way. For now, however, you look like you can use some rest, and for that matter, so can I. So if you'll excuse me. Since your companions are exhausted from their recent travels, given the road ahead, you would agree it would be best not to take the night to recover as much as possible. I can't even see her bar because her head's in the way. At dawn, Volfred is already up. He reveals to you a pathway through the woods into the cold lands to the north, beyond which lies your destination. Or that particle effect. You get clear of the woods at last and arrive in lands grown cold in the shadow of Mount Alodiel. You will have to make it all the way to the top. In a moment of respite, Volfred calls everyone together to discuss matters pertaining to the rites and the plan to which he alluded. You banded together with the common faith that freedom from the downside is not impossible, am I correct? But let me ask you something. What does freedom even mean to you? He looks in your direction as he asks, defying you to answer. Defying? Okay, I can see how that word works there, but I don't know. It's different than challenge. Here, hold on a second. You cannot sense his own thoughts on the subject, and only know the truth of how you feel. What does freedom mean to you? Doing what you want. Nothing at all. Going where you please. True love. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. You tell Volfred that freedom means living without fear and not being subject to persecution or retaliation for one's thoughts and choices. He consider your marks for a short while. Good answer, my girl. I happen to agree. Fear takes hold in freedom's wake. But fear is natural impulse, is it not? A common feeling we all share from time to time, a deeply rooted impulse there to aid our judgment and spur us on to acts of courage. If not for fear, I doubt we would accomplish much in life. And just now we stand upon the brink of accomplishing something vital. What if it's like a crippling fear and then it stops you from accomplishing everything? Huh? Volfred? If that is your real name? And he turns his attention to the whole group.
Non libra desertus.
Now let me tell you all what freedom means to me. Crushing my opponents.
Ma libra narum saroshe.
Freedom means to live without fear, just as your reader stated. To be able to indulge one's curiosities and passions, at least the ones that cause no harm to others, without the constant threat of judgment and reprisal. Freedom means not being made a criminal for what you know, or whom you love, or what you choose to think or not think. He looks out toward the distant mountains. Within the next few days, your time in exile could come to an end. You could see the Commonwealth once more. And you would be exalted there, given the highest honor, the opposite of how you got here. But you would not be truly free, I think. At least you would become complicit to an ancient system that would disdain to cast out others such as you. It is a system whose well-intentioned founding principles have long been lost, and the 8 scribes, if they are still out there, have made it quite clear that they shall not intervene firsthand. That's where you come in. He turns to you and everyone again, looking to each of you. Long have I wished to gather such a group, that together you might see that seeking freedom only for yourselves is too modest of a goal. You share a higher calling now. The plan, then, is this. We free each other from the downside through the rights, then we meet up on the other side. We organize. Each new moon at dusk, we join together at Spiral Sanctum. We need as many of us there as possible. My agents on the other side shall explain the rest. You're plotting a revolt? Just so. I'm asking a lot. You do have other options. Deceit, however, is not one of them. The reader and myself, you know by now that we could see through it. But you need not be part of this, nor is it in my interest to coerce you. You may go your own way if you wish, without your remaining days here like so many others. So if anyone among you prefers that, if you cannot see yourself continuing to strive together in the Commonwealth, as you are doing here, then speak now. Volfred pauses for a time, examining each member of the group. No one stirs. Very good. Some of you consider yourselves friends, some others not, but all of you are bound together through the rights, and are integral to our plan. Remember that. You seek true freedom, you will not find it waiting for you in the Commonwealth, but together you can bring it about, both for yourself and others. That is my promise. Then he lets out a long breath. That's it. I ask you all to think on this, and let's reconvene along our journey to the summit. Volfred turns toward the mountains, leaving you to consider what he said, and plot the wagon's northward path. Pass. Beyond lies Mount Alodiel. I suggest we make camp here at the base of the mountain, for we shall need our spirits and our strength to make the ascent. Discuss the plan. Ah, another challenge. Huh. With the status and no telling. Prancing about. What you want, man? There you are, my girl. There's something which I wanted to discuss with you in private. Volfred stares at you rather intently, as if reaching out to you, and then...
Chantage, amitas.
Those such as we are not limited to reading pages from a book. Though your ability in this I sense is nascent still, mere flashes, uncontrollable. I see as well now that they haven't told you yet, your friends, and that explains a lot. They haven't told you readers such as you cannot go free. I had wondered why you would insist on pressing onward with this group in light of this. The answer then was plain. You simply did not know or fully realize. They did not deceive you, by the way. There is no reason they would know themselves other than Tariq, who shall not influence your thinking in such matters. Rather, I had expected when we first met that you already knew the truth from this, having read the passage in the Book of Rites, which states it plain. Only those who shall conduct the rites firsthand shall walk the path toward enlightenment and become eligible to regain their freedom. Perhaps you have not gotten to that part just yet. Volfred breaks free from you and looks at you again. Then he speaks to you as normal.
Narunkare saste.
I have no idea what's happening. There's death and destruction downstairs. It is plain that you are not in adequate condition to conduct the rites, and this group values you as a reader. I wish only to ensure you understand what you're getting into here. Despite whatever hopes and dreams and promises might have been shared, I do not think the rites can help you return, if that's what you had in mind. So once again, I invite you to depart, and I will see to it that you are compensated. Do not misunderstand. If it is your wish to remain, then you are welcome. But this journey we are on, it has no guarantees, not for you, nor any one of us. Do you understand? I don't care. The warning is of little consequence to you. You've always known those keen to warn against one course of action or another. None of it has swayed you, and as ever, you shall forge your path. Very well. A lack of concern is fine with me, although I do not share your outlook, as long as yours is not a lack of understanding. Know that we have much at stake here, in this anyway. Much more than just a shot at going back to the Commonwealth, which cast us down here to begin with. It sounds like you intend to stick around, then. We'll have lots more time to chat as we ascend the sacred mountain in the coming days. Until then... He strides out of the wagon, leaving you with your thoughts. I don't care. I don't know. I'm gonna talk to Sandra. At least she just sasses me. I sense my lovely reader has returned, then how may I assist you? What up? How very kind of you to visit me again like this, oh lovely reader. For I was just standing about in the blackness of this void, thinking it would be most pleasant if something were to happen for a change. There was a long period of time that this incarceration of mine failed utterly to do anything but bring me peace of mind. Not much of a punishment. I invite you to imagine an upbringing among the Sisters of the Ark. Ooh. Living on the outskirts of civilization, your days all full of training which could kill you or cripple you for life. How do you suppose I lost my sight? Through a glorious battle with the scribes? Or in a careless sparring session with my master? Ah, but I've not forgotten enough just yet. In any case, at first I welcomed the prospect of not having to struggle every moment to survive. But in less than 2 centuries why, I started to grow terribly bored. It did not help at all that the Nightwings of the early days were the stodgiest lot you could imagine, obsessed with obeying the book as strictly as they could. Some of them started to remind me of myself, I think, when I was young. Such idiots, a lot of them. Ah, but what am I saying, lovely reader? I shall not bore you further with such matters. I would have bored myself to death back then if only I could die. Like so many other things, I think mortality is something oft taken for granted, until it is taken away. So, given your mortality, let's say we get back to business here. Oh good, just as I was beginning to feel more bored even than usual. Hello, Hedwin. Ask Sandra to administer one of her special trials for Hedwin. Oh, you must mean that nomad boy. So innocent, that one. I should have a lot of work to do with him. Let us bring him forth. Soon Hedwin appears in heat of the summons. Hey, my friend, what's going on? Hey, yeah. Bork. I'm gonna go let my dog outside. I think he has to pee. 1 second. I'll just wait till it starts.